kind of like it's like he's in California. I'm in Chicago. Come on, man. Introduce yourself. Tell him, man. I mean, that the last show you did about the UFOs.
Well,
Awesome.
I'm just getting started here, folks. Clifton's just getting started too.
Mhm.
This is a new program, and this is we're going to try to answer some questions today, but we're not going to go outside the boundaries that we'll get censored for. So we're not going to talk about specific people. We're going to just say some of the things that are going on around us. And it's just terrible what we're seeing and terrible what's happening. But we can change all these things if we just come together and get our heads, in line, so to speak.
Mhm. Man, what about old Bill? What about old Bill Cosby, man? You know what? Bill Cosby was my main. I'm gonna say, he was my main man, and you know what? Not not glorifying him like he was a deity. I always thought that Bill Cosby was a funny money. No, I don't say funny money. Damn, I mean he was a funny man.
He was the
But
funniest man for all my childhood,
mhm, but did he deserve to go to jail? And did should they have let him out of jail? What but people that don't know, people that live on the moon, and people that's looking at this from a different planet, Bill Cosby.
Well,
Go ahead.
we were saying between us that every man makes mistakes, every man has sins on his record, that he's going to have to be absolved of. But comparing this to Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein and these kind of guys, it doesn't even hold a candle to what they're in jail for or what they've been caught doing. So I don't think Bill Cosby should have been incarcerated in the first place. I just don't. But it's not up to us. We had nothing to do with it. So I'm just glad to see perhaps justice being done finally for Bill. I'm glad to see him out and happy once again.
I think Bill Cosby, do you think that he did things to entice women by putting things in their drinks to get sexually permissive with
I don't really know. I have no idea. It's something that's been going around for a while now. And if you're real horny and you ain't getting no sex, maybe you use that. But I don't think Mick Jagger never used that. I don't think Hollywood actors that like Sean Connery, I don't think he has to use that. I don't think guys that all the girls are lining up for have to use those drugs on them. I don't really think so.
But often, you know what though, David? Often when you see people do things like that, it's not about the sexual activities.
Right.
It's about the power. Would you agree or disagree with that?
Oh, it's entirely about control, because the control is not for the moment, it's for the future. They figure they got you in their control and they're going to make you do what they want you to do for them. So that's part of what this old world order that calls itself the New World Order, they're trying to control us, trying to make us do what they want us to do. And they're at the moment, they're tightening down all screws. So, they're making it hurt.
I mean, you know what? No, I'm not gonna say what I did because you know what? They might try to arrest me. So
Get us both. Get us both.
But I'm talking about back in the day. Because I don't even think it's a statute of limitations on things like that. But but I'm a firm believer. Way always been a firm believer. I'm talking about before I got into Islam. Okay, I lived a certain way. I'm always a firm believer. If a woman said no, that meant no. And you know what? All she had to do was tell me is one time. What about you?
Oh yeah. Well, I remember when the whole tribe of Indians would go up against you if the woman said no. They wouldn't even let you. So it's no. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna fly, and just forget about it, buddy. Forget about it.
I mean, you know what, and like I say, I would not I would not. I would not try to go out there.
I would not.
Go out there and try to rape a woman or something like that. Hell no, man. I don't believe in that, and I believe the individual. So, but you know what I think? What happened with Bill Cosby? I think what happened is, once upon a time, get your opinion on this. He tried to purchase NBC. Once upon a time, there was 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 television stations, and he tried to purchase it. And I think they said, "How dare him?" Looking at his, I say may have been. They may have been looking at they may have been looking at the tone of his skin. And you know what? The elite, which we're gonna get to the New World Order, I believe they said, "You know what? I'll make them." What's your opinion, brother? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you thought about that. And you know what? And perhaps I may be looking at it from a different perspective.
I have considered that over the years. Who's pulling the strings for who's making whatever happen? Who pulls the strings for who makes the jet airplanes and our military equipment? Who pulls those strings? Who decides what happens and how much of it happens? But it's just a very few people, and these are the few people that got all the money. Who's got all the money? The Rothschilds. The Rothschild family's got all the money, and whoever they give it to, the elite. So it's like, well, this is a simple game, but why do they do this? It's all control. It's all about control, and they just figure there's 6 billion people on the planet, and they're all getting fed, and they're all drinking alcohol, and they're all having a good time all the time. So they got to reel that in, take that back. They don't want to see it have too much fun, have too much food, and too much relaxation.
I mean that, like I said, that you know what though, talking about Bill Cosby, you believe that there's a group of old men sitting at the top that still control things. What do you mean by that, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I think they're all jealous of Bill Cosby. I think they're jealous of a few people. They get jealous of some of our congressmen, senators. They get jealous of Elon Musk even after a while. Or Bill Gates. They bought Bill Gates out, but they were jealous of him for a while because he had all his money. He made the computers work.
You sound like you're talking about a new one. You sound like you know what? Wait a minute. Sound like you're alluding that it's a new world. Is it a new world order system? Is that what you're trying to say? Am I misunderstanding?
Well, there's what is spoken of as a new world order, which isn't around yet. That's the new world order, the real one.
What is new world order? There's somebody out there looking, saying new world order.
Well, that's the order.
What is new world order? What is that? What is that all about?
Every man and woman is equally judged for the cases brought before the people. Then it's not going to matter whether you got $1 billion or you got $1 in your pocket, because the case is going to be heard. It's going to be judged for what it is. That's the new world order of things, rather than the way it's been. You got all the money, you got all the financing. The other person got nothing. You're innocent, But if the other person got all the money, you got nothing, you're guilty. That's the old world order. I don't want to live under those kind of rules. And it's at the moment, it's just the clampdown, the COVID-19, the mask wearing, all that. It's all control. It's all controlling us,
Would you say it's like an overly possessive man or overly possessive woman that has to control every single aspect of their life, so they so they can feel good about themselves? They wasn't held as much as a child. Is that what you're trying to say? I don't get it. Explain it to me. I don't get it.
Well, they're trying to confuse us all. They try to get us to separate into our own races, our own groups, our own. Even the gays, they got all the gays, the LGBT groups. They try to get us all to separate and hate each other. More hate. They pour more fuel on the fire all the time. It's like, wait a minute, we got to find unity amongst each other. We
So
all got
the New World Order system. Are you saying, Brother David, that they know what it is? A group of rich people that control this planet? You telling me we don't have any power? Is it rich people that control this planet? What are they? Like are they rich, super powerful? You mentioned the name Rothschild, are they? So I assume that you're saying that they are very rich and very powerful. And can you expand on that, brother?
Well, by powerful,
people that don't believe in the New World Order system.
Well, actually, they're the old world order. They're still in power. They're still in force. They're still in control. So there's nothing new about it. It's the old world order. They just call themselves the New World Order, but they do control the gas, the oil, the refineries, the food. They've bought out the farmers. They own all the commodities and everything. And like the Rothschilds even do print up the money. So they run the stock market too. They keep us all kind of low wages and starving all the time. And it's getting worse. It's not going to get better. This year, the harvest is not going to come in. Last year, we had about, I think it was 60% of our harvest, but nobody even pays any attention to that, how much food is on the shelves, because that's going to make a difference in the price of the food that you buy at the store soon. But this year, there's not going to be any harvest. So we're going to have zero. And
there was going to be zero harvest.
Big zero, right? So this next year, until we get the first harvest in, we're not going to have anything to eat. About what we got in our grocery stores now, and canned and sacked already. So got to start thinking about this. That's the trouble with people; they just don't think about even what they're going to eat tomorrow, let alone drink tonight for water. And it's like these are big problems that are going to start popping up around the country. The news hasn't been covering it though, Clifton. That's why I'm here with you today, and that's why we're putting out these programs, because people really want to hear what's really going on.